Hi, this is Master Kambai. Welcome to this new series on my channel. This series is the seal guidebook. We will cover each single seal from the series, starting by the first few seals we were introduced to in the game. NELL is the first thing you see in the menu of Advanced Wars 1 and 2, so because of that, she is the first seal that will get reviewed. I hope you guys will enjoy. Let's do this. Now, I must say, I'm not perfect. I'm not an amazing player this game. I'm I'm just very experienced. So I have good understanding of the game even if I'm bad at it. I have good knowledge. So we started with this. This means maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. As you can see it, there's a fight in the background. Now, for the new players that don't know what NELL does, she basically has a day-to-day that gives her more luck damage, so she can deal more damage than usual. I think it's up to 20%, not quite sure. So sometimes she will remove away 2 extra HP from the enemies. I think that's the number. Instead of like the usual 10, 15 we get with any other seals, she gets like a 20% or 25% buff. So most of the time she will hit you harder. And sometimes she won't have any bad luck. Now, uh, the way we should play her is save up for her super, because her super breaks the game. I think the super sets up our luck factor to 100. So if your infantry is at 10 HP, you can one-shot any units, and infantry can shoot. I think that's the number. I'm not quite sure here again. Uh, I don't have any script there, and I don't follow any guideline. It's just on top of my head because scripted video takes too long, and I just like being natural, you see. So her super is really broken for 6 stars. You can take out tanks, via tanks with infantries. But of course, if you're not lucky, you will just waste your infantry. But with NELL, when you use her super, always bet on the luck shot you will get. Because at some point you will get 1 or 2 good blows. Another way to clear when you're really desperate into a bad situation, you can rely on her power, even if it's a really weak version of the super. Sometime I was shocked by the amount of damage I was doing with her power. I think her power brings her luck to 40% more or 50. I think it's maybe 60, I'm not quite sure. But her luck really increased by a lot. So with that being said, her power is not impressive, but sometimes if you feel like you're losing and you cannot wait on your super, use your power and you will have a small push. Maybe that small push will really affect the game. I remember one of my games, I don't know if I did a replay about it, but I remember one of my games, it was Kindle versus NELL. I think it was Kindle. If it wasn't Kindle, it was Lash. Anyway, that player was amazing. I was playing NELL, and strongly believe that was Kindle, my opponent. And that Kindle player was impressive, and he really pressured me a lot. And at some point, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm losing. Let's try to flip the table. I used my power, and that was a crazy turn. My infantries were able to shut down copters with my power. So never underestimate NELL power. Of course, as I said, her super is just a much better version of it. Don't underestimate her power if you are into a really bad situation and you know and you can tell that you're in trouble. Because sometimes if you wait too long and you're losing and you have access to your power but you wait for your super, sometimes you won't get the chance to get the super, or your super won't be effective enough to change the game. This is when the power comes into play. So to counter NELL, the best way to play and maybe counter NELL is indirects and create a lot of good walls. You need to play well with indirect and protect your indirect. Because the thing is, if you have indirect, you can lower the enemy troops' HP. So if he has a tank and infantry, you can damage the tank, the infantry, and when a unit lose HP, that same unit will also lose luck. So each time you can damage NELL's unit, you will be happy. Sometimes take bad engagement just to reduce the HP out of the unit. Stack unit against NELL. You need to reduce her luck factor. The more you reduce her luck factor on most of her troops, the weaker NELL will become. So best way to do it is always take first strikes and play with indirect. If you always first strike NELL, even if you're in a bad situation, the unit you will damage won't be as good. So I think I spoke enough about NELL. I hope you guys enjoyed that first CO review. The next episode we will cover Andy, a character I like a lot. Now, in my own opinion, she should be tier 1. She's not tier 0 material because she's spell in comparison of Kanbai, she's spell in comparison of Colin, Sensei, Achi. Most of the tier 0 roll on NELL. I don't see NELL beating anybody. The only CO that can actually that NELL can actually beat is maybe Kanbai in some cases. But she's still a really strong CO. She should be tier 1 because luck is not everything. And because she's not on par with the other zeros. Anyway, I hope guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Advanced Wars content. Have a great day.